Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be reviewing the definition of a function and then also looking at the definition of a one-to-one function, which will become important very soon. So first of all, if we think about the definition of a function, which we learnt about last year, let's say we've got some sort of relationship between y and x, so a relation, and we draw a graph of it. We can say that this relation is a function if each, hang on, let's just call these x and y, each x value corresponds to at most one y value. So what that means is that if we go to any given value of x, there should only be one y value. And in this case, that's true. And the test that you would have used last year for whether something is a function or not is called the vertical line test. Vertical line test. And the vertical line test basically says that if you can draw a vertical line and it only crosses at one point on the graph, and in this case it does, it only crosses at one point on the graph, then it's a function. Let's just look at an example of something that's not a function. So if I had something that looked like this instead, okay, so that's kind of like a sideways parabola. If we looked at that and we did the vertical line test, well, if we drew a vertical line here, we're actually crossing at 2 points, so that's not a function. Okay, so that's the definition of a function. Now let's think about what this one-to-one part means. So a one-to-one function basically takes things one step further. And it says that if you've got a function, let's say, we'll draw that one from before. If you've got a function like this, for it to be one-to-one, what we need is, first of all, for each x value, there has to be only one y value, but the reverse has to be true as well. For each y value, there also has to be only one x value. So you can see, okay, that's true here, for example. There's only one y value for this particular x value, and for this y value, there's only one x value. However, if we come a bit further down, well, it passes the vertical line test. For this x value, there's only one y value. But if we look at this y value, for example, there's actually 3 possible x values. So this is not a one-to-one function. That's not a one-to-one function. And if we write out the definition for a one-to-one function, one-to-one functions have exactly one element in their domain for each value in their range. And basically what that means is that they have to pass the vertical line test, but they also have to pass the horizontal line test, which is what we just did there. So they must pass the vertical line test and also the horizontal line test. So let's just have a quick look at a couple of examples. Let's say we had a nice linear graph like this. Well, we know that that passes the vertical line test. There's only one y value for each x value. And it also passes the horizontal line test, because no matter where we draw a horizontal line, there's only going to be one point that it crosses. What if we look at a parabola? Well, in this case, it passes the vertical line test, so we know it's a function, because no matter where we draw a vertical line, we're only going to cross the graph once. However, if we try and draw a horizontal line, it's actually going to fail the horizontal line test. So that's not one-to-one, whereas this one is one-to-one. If we have a look at a example down here of something that fails both, well, if we look at, let's say we had something that did this, that would definitely fail both, because not only does it fail the vertical line test, which means that it isn't even a function to begin with, it also fails the horizontal line test. Okay, I hope that makes sense and helps you understand what a function is, and also what a one-to-one function is specifically.